Hey, what's going on? I'm Jay from the F and Marks and just wanted to chime in on a few things. Middle of the week for professional wrestling, we had a couple of interesting developments happen this week. We had CM Punk at the end of AEW Collision on Saturday while they were in Greensboro, North Carolina, Hangman Page's current hometown, adopted hometown, if you want to say. And Punk came out and said a lot of disparaging things about Hangman Page, more or less calling him Hangman Page because he doesn't sell any merchandise and all of his action figures are still on the shelf. And really just kind of buried Hangman in his hometown. Clearly something he learned up close and personal by being in the presence of Vince McMahon for all those years. But quite honestly, ever since the All Out incident, Hangman Page has more or less kept his mouth shut about CM Punk and all the problems that the two of them have had. And CM Punk, for no reason, went after Page. With all the drama from All Out and the fact that Page hasn't said anything, why did CM Punk have to say this? There is absolutely no reason. Clearly, he's just unprofessional and he's an a-hole. He realized the error of his way and reached out to Hangman to try to apologize for the things he said. I don't know what was going on in his brain. He and Page don't have a good relationship, right? If you're going to say something or do something like this, even if it's off the air, you know that everybody in the world has a phone now and is recording stuff. You should give the person a heads up. In professional wrestling, it's a professional courtesy. CM Punk is not a professional, clearly. He just does what he wants to do, whenever he wants to do it. And Hangman Page, who is being super professional about this, has to deal with this bull crap from this dude who just has a bad attitude. And when it was talked about CM Punk coming back after the All Out incident, I said many times on the podcast, I thought it was a terrible idea to bring him back. It was just a matter of time before he was going to do something like stupid again. This isn't quite All Out stupid. It's not, him walking out on WWE, but, you just create a bad locker room experience for people, and people are walking on eggshells because they don't know which side they have to be on the in group. Apparently, CM Punk has some sort of power to bar people from the building on Collision. Chris Daniels was one of them. Ryan Nemeth is another. And there are a couple other names on it. Allegedly, Hangman Page is one of them too. But, you give this dude all this power. And Tony Khan, unfortunately, with this, is looking more like a fool each time CM Punk comes out and acts like a child like this. It's like he feels entitled to things, and he's untouchable. I'm glad he reached out to Hangman, and I'm glad he allegedly apologized. And Hangman, again, clearly the bigger man here. So we'll see where that goes. And, we have AEW All In this weekend. They've sold over 80,000 tickets, or at least I should say over 80,000 tickets have been moved. They have surpassed 1992 SummerSlam, which previous to this was the highest or the biggest gate in United Kingdom history for a professional wrestling event. But All In is doing really well, but you have a little cloud like this hanging over an event like that. Clearly, they're going to have like some big, giant, separate locker room, separate thing going on for Punk, and he's going to have to be cordoned off from everybody else, so he doesn't become a cancer and light the locker room on fire again. All that being said, I'm still looking forward to All In this weekend. I guess it adds another level of drama, and sometimes the drama behind the scenes is more exciting than what we end up getting on camera most weeks. Another interesting bit of information is one Lacey Evans is no longer with WWE. It's unclear at this moment if she asked for a release, if her contract lapsed, or it's just not clear at this moment, but they have clearly parted ways. She made the announcement a few hours back, and with Lacey Evans, it felt like a lot of missed opportunities with her. You've got somebody with a legit background as like a badass, with her being in the military for 5 years and you know, good frame, good look. She could talk. There were a lot of positive things about Lacey Evans as a performer, as everything. And when they had her as the sassy Southern Belle, I thought they were doing a lot of good things with that. I thought it was a fun and interesting character that we had not seen, or at least not seen for a while. And she owned that. And she continued to evolve, and then she was in a storyline that was going to eventually see her dating Ric Flair, storyline-wise, on WWE programming. And she was about ready to have a title shot against Asuka. That's what they claim was going to happen, a title shot against Asuka at Elimination Chamber, where Lacey Evans was going to win the WWE Raw Women's Championship. That would have been a big deal for her. I mean, the Flair storyline that they had going was terrible. Like, really bad stuff. But I guess being in the ring with a legend like that, they wanted to give her the rub of having, Ric Flair with her and on her side. And then she got pregnant, and I thank God that she got pregnant, because we didn't have to see the end of that stupid storyline, but it did mess up a career opportunity for her. I'm sure she's more than happy to have, her at this point toddler than having won the WWE Raw Women's Championship. All that being said, that's one of those missed opportunities. And when she came back, they tried a couple of different gimmicks for her. And the most recent one, they had her come out as a Marine, because she was in the Marine Corps. And they gave her the Cobra Clutch as her ending maneuver. Sergeant Slaughter back in the day had the Cobra Clutch, and he pretended to be a Marine drill instructor, never was a Marine or a Marine drill instructor. But Sergeant Slaughter apparently was really upset about the fact that she had a similar look and used the same ending move, and they didn't call me or talk to me about that. It's like, for the love of God, Sarge, you have not been relevant in professional wrestling as an active performer for about 30 years now. Like, at some point, like, I don't think they need to ask for permission anymore. It's been a while. You've been retired. Other people can use the move. All that being said, there was a point in time where there were some things on social media that Lacey Evans said that a lot of people got really upset with it. And quite honestly, I think the headlines made it sound worse than what she said. She wasn't denying that. So, what she said was before basically processed foods became prevalent in America and prevalent in the world, she said uh, there weren't cases of autism or ADD. That's what she said. I don't I don't know if there's any stats or any information to back that up in one way, shape, or form. I really don't. But she didn't say that autism doesn't exist. She didn't say ADD doesn't exist. She's just saying she believes that it didn't exist before the onset of processed food. All that being said, many people took her as saying this is meaning autism doesn't exist, ADD doesn't exist. A bit unfair of a characterization of what she said. Now, she didn't have anything to back up what she said, but people really took it the wrong way and they ran with it, acting like they were spouting out facts that, hey, she said this never existed. All that being said, Lacey Evans was one of the first two females in WWE history, and I think the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia's history, to wrestle in a professional wrestling match uh, in the kingdom. Her and Natalia Neidhart, two ladies. So that was a great thing for her to help kind of break that glass ceiling there. But again, you have a woman that, has that look. She had the character, I think, with the sassy Southern Belle, and just a lot of missed opportunities, in my view. She could have done something. She could have been more than what happened, but sometimes injuries. I can say that WWE tried multiple things, and sometimes things that they just don't work out. Where does Lacey Evans go from here? I don't know. My guess is she's not going to continue with the pro wrestling thing. I think she's going to go home and figure out a new line of work. If she does professional wrestling, I think it'll be down the line, maybe. But I don't think she's looking forward to stepping back. She's got two young kids at home. I think she wants to be their mother, and she'll find something else and something that'll be fulfilling for her life, and she won't have to deal with the BS that she's had to do by being a public figure like she's been. So I wish her luck. And I quite honestly, I hope CM Punk grows up and stops doing what he does. I don't foresee that happening, but I always have a hope for everybody. Anyway, I just wanted to come out, say a few of these things, and hope you all enjoy All In this weekend, and we will talk to you soon.